All right, time for one more call, and then we'll take some IMs. Calling from an 810 area code. Who's this? You are the final caller of the day.
Sam, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Matt from Michigan.
Matt from Michigan. What part of Michigan, Matt? You don't have to get specific, but...
Well, I can get specific. Grand Lake, Michigan.
Grand Lakes, Michigan. Welcome to the program. What's on your mind?
Grand Blank.
Oh, Grand Blank.
Anyway, yeah, Grand Blank. It's 50 miles north of Detroit.
All right.
Open your
I was
ears.
just going to ask you about what's your opinion about the vote by mail and how it's going to affect everything. And like I carry mail for a living, and over the years, it's usually elderly people or people who are incapacitated that have the ballot by mail. So we sent out this year all those applications to everybody. And on my mail route, everybody got one. And I was surprised by the amount of people that took advantage of it. And I would say probably 2/3 of my route took advantage of it. And they mailed them in, and then they get their ballots a couple weeks later in the mail. We had a millage recently, so everybody had to vote for the millage. But that means, too, during the election, there's going to be a lot more people voting by mail.
I mean, if your experience is indicative that 2/3 of the people, all right, presumably you're delivering mail to everybody in the district, and I don't know the details of the neighborhood the area that you're delivering in, but 2/3 participation in an election as a baseline would be incredible. I mean, I think that
like last week you said there was no data that it would be to the Democrats' advantage, but I can't believe that it wouldn't be. I think it's going to be, I could be wrong, but I think it's going to be a major deal. And that's just Michigan, but there's many other states that are doing it.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I don't know. There is no data that says it's specifically helpful to Democrats. That's the case. And it's also sort of like complicated by the fact that Trump's polling amongst elderly at the very least as a function of swing districts, he's lost like 18 points with them in swing districts.
Right.
He's still beating Biden, but not by much. And if you're Trump and you're not beating Biden by much with folks over the age of 65, you got real problems. And so, I mean, there's some data to suggest that like it's exclusive vote by mail inhibits some people of color's voting rates. Because the mail is not as efficient there in terms of getting to them, not necessarily from a delivery standpoint, but in terms of like moving around and whatnot.
Right.
But I don't know. There's no, all it does, I think, is broadly is increase participation. I don't know that, who it increases participation from, but it certainly makes it a lot easier to vote. I mean,
right. Well, like for years now, I've since I could vote, I go into our precinct. It's at our high school, and it's kind of a thing that I do. I feel good about it. I get my little voter sticker. I voted, but I took advantage of it. My wife took advantage of it. So we checked it. What it is, you get a slip in the mail. You check the box saying yes, I want a absentee ballot. A couple weeks later, you sign it and date it. A couple weeks later, you get the absentee ballot. And I voted for our millage and mailed it in. I'm going, wow, that's kind of cool. I mean, I've always gone to the precinct, but this is kind of neat just doing it from your home. Now, I can't believe if everybody's taking advantage, well, not everybody, but like I say, I got 360 addresses on my route, and 2/3 of them, and I got a small walk because I walk all day. And, but there's other routes that have triple my address. 2/3 of them took advantage of it.
well,
In my opinion, it's got to be to the Democratic advantage because regular people voting do not vote for Republicans. And that's why that orange malignancy has been crying about voter by mail.
I mean, I think they certainly are afraid of it. Did you talk to any of the other fellow carriers in terms of their response rate?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Huh.
When I get back, we bring our mail back and throw it in a bin, and there's a lot more vote by mail ballots than there used to be. It's like I said, it's usually elderly people that did it in the past, but
wow.
I'm talking 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old people are mailing it in because I know who's on my route, and they're taking advantage of it. Now, it's probably because of COVID.
Right. But once I get in the habit, all right, appreciate the call.
Exactly.
I have to say, I find...
all right, thanks for the call.
I'm not, politically, I'm not happy, obviously, but there's a part of me comedically that finds Joe Biden's just completely uninspiring campaign strategy might have been just the absolute right call politically from day one. Just sort of
it was lucky. I mean, honestly.
It was lucky, but no, I love it. It's just then there's going to be a pandemic and people are going to vote over mail, Jack.
Yeah, exactly. Here's my plan.
There, you're real worried about it. Oh, yeah, single payer? How about this?
When I'm going to win the pandemic, guy.
I'm going to win in a landslide, and I'm going to be sitting in a basement doing scrambled Facebook videos that don't make any goddamn sense.
That's the thing is that, the only thing that could screw it up is if I actually try and go on a couple of shows to hit some key constituencies and talk. Then I might have a problem.
Still won't make any difference.
I know it, but